We're on. All right. Yeah, so a couple people had questions on the 2406 Mahomet Burr deal I was talking about. It was like my first Burr deal I did that really made me ramp it up. On the last podcast I was on with Brandon Elliott or Sterling, so figured I'd put together a quick PowerPoint on it. Just going over that model. It's the best model ever. The only thing is with the Burr, it sounds great, bigger pockets, everybody talks about it. Buying a house 60, put in 10, and the bank will give you 75% on cash out refinances. So house worth 100, the bank will give you $75,000 loan. Yes, you have to pay it back and everything, but basically being able to have a deal that you can be all in and stay under 75% of what it's worth, won't have any money in it. So yeah, I'll go through it real quick. A couple of guys messaged me. I told them I just put a quick little PowerPoint video together instead of, but yeah, it's called the Burr model because of buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. Yeah, this is the format for like the military, the purpose and BLUF, bottom line up front. So yeah, I'm part-time Army officer still, and then full-time in real estate. But I do have a beard now. It's coronavirus, May 15, 2020. So, but I have to get shaved because I actually have military this weekend, so I'll be shaved. But yeah, basically the Burr model, you guys can read, but it's being able to use the same capital and recycle it over and over again. Because like my first one, I put down 20%, and it was illiquid because I didn't buy it below market, so I could only recapture that equity if I sold it. So that's the only reason I keep gold in stocks, because liquidity. That's the only thing real estate's really missing. So that's why I keep that there. But yeah, I'll go through real quick. I'll say I'm not gonna hoorah, say, oh yeah, talk to sellers, find that, and be like a politician, saying a lot of words, but really not meaning anything or doing anything. So yeah, the deal, and it was free because like I said, I didn't have money starting out. After I put 20% down, did seller finance deals, and it was using free methods at the point because I didn't have a budget. But yeah, so go to Craigslist. I went to real estate for sale, and I was analyzing. Usually time block 30 minutes a day. Looked for 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I like constantly, like every day, yeah, 20, 30 minutes. Look at Craigslist. Sometimes pops up, but now you can go to Craigslist and save a search to say like as is save for this area, and so you can get email alerts now. So I don't have to do it anymore. I just have my alerts set up. So that's still how I find deals. So that's like an action item you can do. But I found this on Craigslist now, and I'm from Mahomet, 10 minutes away from Champaign, where I'm at right now. And I saw a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, like 75,000. I'm like, there ain't a house in Mahomet under like 130,000. So I knew it was a deal. I called the guy right away. I said, yeah, I'd have an offer for you today. Met him. It was an inheritance property. And the parents passed away. They didn't want anything to do with it. They just wanted it done. I have my real estate license, so I have to disclose it. And I remember I was looking at it, like, oh, I could list for 90 or whatever, but they just wanted done with it. So I just offered it all cash as is offer, because I was thinking after it got done, it'd probably be worth 120, 130. So I ended up doing a cash offer as is condition, got a private lender to fund me the money. And usually when you do the lending, you don't want your lenders to come in above 70% of the value. And if it is, the funds needed will come out of my pocket, or 0% interest credit cards. That's one of my favorite things to do is for rehab, do one credit card, 0% for like the acquisition for down payment, another one for the rehab. Then when you go to refinance with that cheap bank amortized debt, get it from the bank, get it, and then it'll pay off that credit card debt. But yeah, getting long-winded there. But yeah, we'll stay on track to this. So yeah, Craigslist, just go to real estate for sale, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I knew it was a deal because I knew cheapest house under wasn't a house under 130, but actually did a private lender. My first private lender, I had no track record, so I did whatever I could to get in. And I was paying 12% 4 points. But that wasn't going to stop me from doing the deal. Just factor it in as an expense in a line item. If I can still make the deal work, I don't care if they're making it, you know. I'll pay 30% if I can make 100%, you know, so don't let that ever stop you there. But that was kind of the numbers on it. And I always say on Craigslist for rent and stuff, just send like to 10 sellers a day saying, hey, I'm not interested in renting. Will you sell and lease option? You do that to 10 sellers a day, 5 days a week. Out of 50 sellers, I think you get 1 or 2 leads coming. So that's the way I've done another one. But end up getting it. He had it for 75,000 on Craigslist, but I ended up getting it for 68,450. And yeah, it's a Google Earth picture I had on it. And the rehab, yeah, came in a little higher than I wanted to. But the nice thing is when you do this BRRRR model, you buy it. And I used to go like to have the Humanity buy the appliances and stuff, but now just renovate everything. So I buy it, rip out all carpet. There's no carpets in my place. So if you've seen one place, you've seen them all. It's vinyl plank flooring, French gray, like I have here where I'm at right now, white trim, brushed nickel finish. You know, it's, yeah, not the HGTV shows, but after you do that, what you do is everything's updated now. So now you have predictable expenses. You don't have to worry about appliances going out and stuff. Cause I have new appliances. You're good for 10 to 15 years. Now that's fixed. And yeah, there's no carpet in any of my properties, and the ones that do have it, it's because of residents in there. But as soon as I move out, vinyl planks in. So instead of me, oh, what house is this color? House? Does this paint color have in this house or this house? That is not in my mental bandwidth anymore. It's French gray, everything. So that, but the rehab was a little bit more because I actually ended up busting out a wall and doing a sliding deck door and or sliding patio door and a deck, because Mahomet's a nice area and the price per square foot was high enough. It justified me spending more money on it. But yeah, this is the closing statement. So as you can see, I got right here, 68,450 was my cash offer price. And I got a loan from a private lender for, I block out my guys, unless they tell me I can release their info, which this guy actually probably wouldn't mind it. But so he did that loan amount, so you can see where the other money come from for the rehab. I put 25 or 30,000 on me. So he paid that because it's keeping below 70% to protect your lender, and I paid the rest of the rehab with 0% interest credit cards. So, and the Home Depot wanted you have like 6 months of 0% interest. So I always do that. And yeah, people get worked up about, oh, you're paying them that much interest. I'm like, just factor in as a line item if it works. 50% of a deal is 100% of no deal. So that's just basically just getting the deal done. But like I said, if you look at that, 16% annualized over 12 months. So I was getting killed, but I didn't have a track record, so I did whatever I could to get in. So yeah, private lender and 0% interest credit cards for the funds. And people were like, oh, you're 100% finance, your leverage, that's risky. And they're looking at the wrong thing. It's all about the loan to value. If you buy it right, I love leverage. I'll leverage all day as long as my loan to value, my cost basis is low enough. You find a $100,000 house, you put 20,000 down, you're at an 80% loan to value. I find this house that's worth 100, and I'm all into it for 80,000, but I'm leveraged completely. I bought it for 80. It's 80% loan to value both situations, except this one you put down payment money in. So who's riskier? It's all about your cost basis. But yeah, that's just a scope of work I did. Like I said, Mahomet's a nice area, so it justified me putting stainless steel appliances in there. And the resident was actually kind of handyman, the guy that moved in. So we actually was doing painted the countertops. But yeah, this is kind of before and after photos. And here's where the rehab, I spent an extra 5,000 or so that I wanted to, because like I said, Mahomet's a nice area. So this was just a window, and we busted out that wall and had a deck out back, but turned out well. And then yeah, the refinance, which I was thinking 130, appraisal came back at 144. So you do 75% of that and get all your money back. And then, yeah, that's the actual appraisal. So yeah, it came back at 144. Like I said, if you look on the market, that's another thing. So knowing your market numbers, it was a no-brainer to jump on it. But having a commercial lender, that's the other thing. If most lenders, sometimes they have a 6-month seasoning, But after you build a track record, doing some deals and know what you're talking about, commercial and community lenders, they will, depending on the deal, obviously, sometimes they won't require 6-month seasoning like Fannie or whatnot. So these, like my first 5 were 30-year fixes, Section 8 houses, but now for convenience and relationship and being able to get an appraisal after my rehabs quick so I can get that capital back and go to the next deal, commercial lenders and community lenders. And you just need to reach out. Don't just reach out to one. They'll probably say no. I think you need to know every lender in your town where you're doing deals, or until you find one, because they're out there. But yeah, so if you do, the value came back after we got it rented, came back in 144,000, and I didn't pull out the full I forgot on exactly on the rehab, but ended up using, refinance, paying off my 0% interest credit card, so I never paid interest, have no money in, and then the tax-free profits, since I'm taking the debt, so 75% of the 144, that 8,000 is tax-free. So it's because I'm paying it back, it's debt, so I don't have to pay tax on it. But yeah, I rented out for 1,200 and cash flow 300 or so. So, but that was my like epiphany moment, because I realized how much my net worth just increased for probably less than 20 hours. But that's on paper. What the market gives you can take away. The real estate radio guys say. So it feels good on paper, equity. You can say, oh, 40,000 looks exactly like that in your bank account, but it's marketing can take that away pretty quick. But when I saw that from one deal, I'm like, I have to like work all year, save all my money, and maybe get to see that after tax and everything. So that was when I was like, okay, you got the rush of finding the next deal and whatnot, but being able to, be all in for 100, worth 144, you have 44,000, got all my money back, 44,000 equity spread, and then cash flow 300 per month. But most importantly, like some of my friends would be like, oh, sell it, take the, if you get the 144, take the 44,000, take it. I'm like, well, that's, would feel good, but like my goal is monthly cash flow. I just want to get cash flow. But more importantly, I didn't lose that 44,000 equity. Most importantly, it's going to be used as collateral and equity for more purchases down the road. So it's still there. I didn't lose it. So it's going to be used as collateral for other purchases. So I'm a huge buy and hold guy. I want to do something once, get it, and then get paid forever on it. So, but yeah, this is just a little summary again. So acquisition, all in, with closing costs, it was probably a little over 100,000 because you have closing cost. So Craigslist, reached out to owner, bought it, ran my numbers, the rehab, went through it. Usually cosmetic, I say $10 square foot. If you're doing a gut rehab, I usually say $40 a square foot. And then for financing, since it was distressed and I knew I could be quick, brought in a private money lender for like around the 68,000, finished the remaining financing with the 0% interest credit cards. And then after I got it all rehab and everything, got the renter in there for 1,200, went to a commercial lender, said, hey, here's a $1,200 lease, fully renovated house, all new stainless steel appliances, Whirlpool. It's like $3,500 package. Here you go. Banks like gets the appraisal, 144, gives me 75% of that. 75% of that loan, pays everything else off. I keep it, and $300 a month, no money in the deal, and your net worth, just like that, is showing 44,000 in your name. And like I said, powerful thing is that's going to be collateral, and collateralize that to buy more assets. So yeah, that's just the summary. Kind of went long-winded there a little bit, but yep. Just going a quick little summary for you. And yeah, you guys, like I said, you guys can read, but I'm always big on the action steps, because you always hear the big events and stuff you go to, they always kind of salesy, getting you going. But yeah, start going to your RIA meetings for sure. Get around other people doing it, see what they're doing. And the lenders, know every lender in your town for sure. And like I said, if you do that, you talk to 10 sellers a day on Zillow, Craigslist, and Go Section 8, all free. If you have a template, you send to them, and Just tell them not interested in renting. Would you do a lease option? Would you be open to a lease option or seller finance? You don't need 10 yeses. If you do one of these deals a month, you do one of these deals 3 times a year, you know. But yeah, that's basically want to get to you. The real meetings are great, and yeah, it's just a numbers game. Real estate's a people business and a numbers game. So that's that. But yeah, the Zillow, Craigslist, and Go Section 8. If you start going there, reaching out to sellers, you know your market. The ARV is probably the most important, so you really need to analyze daily to start seeing that. And yeah, that's it. So sorry, it's kind of everywhere around that, but yeah, I hope you guys got some value there, and maybe do another one.